Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to do an update for my Pan That palette for 2016. If you didn't see the intro video, I'll link to it right up there for you so you can go check it out. But I am trying to pan this year my MAC Amber x9 palette. Now I bought this palette last summer, but I hadn't used it a whole lot until I started using it for this project, and I definitely have some thoughts on it, and they're not all positive. Now I can say that I hate this palette, but it's definitely not as good as I thought it was going to be. I had heard that these weren't as good as original MAC shadows, like the bigger ones that come individually, but it's really not that great of a palette. I am having a hard time using it. I'm not sick of it per se, but it's just not nearly as good as I thought and expected it to be for the amount of money that I paid for it. But like these two shades here, which I thought were going to be great for setting the lid, are way too dark, and this one's just really gray. I guess just from looking at it in the pan, I expected them to show up a little bit of a different color. Not their fault really, but I just had something totally different in mind as to how they were going to perform. But I started adding this shade in here to set my primer, so I've been blending these three shades together, and that's working a lot better. So the last couple of times that I've used it, having done that, I like the look a lot better. It's a lot closer to my skin tone, which is what I want when I'm just setting my primers. This shade here, I think this one is called Cork. Yeah, and that is a permanent shade in their collection. That's not too bad. I've been using that one in the crease a lot, and I've been using it on the lower lash line a little bit too. This one that I'm now using all over my lid to set my primer, this one's called Rice Paper, and I have heard a lot about that one, so I'm pretty sure this one is a permanent color as well. I thought this was going to be a really nice highlighting shade, just like a subtle highlight. It does not show up at all on its own, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to use it for that. But this one here in the middle is actually a nice highlight shade. I do like that. And then these two lid shades, let's talk about those. They barely show up unless I use Fix Plus, so that's why they look a little funny. I have to use Fix Plus with them, and so I'm almost out of Fix Plus now, so I'll need to go purchase some more. But it is really pretty. I'm using this color, this gold one, all over my lid today, and this one is really pretty as well. So I have just kind of been alternating between those two on the lid, but it's just kind of frustrating because they don't show up hardly at all unless I use Fix Plus. And then this shade I thought I was going to be able to use as my liner shade, and you can see here I did use that a little bit, but it's just not dark enough. I usually use a black eyeliner, and then that just kind of made it look really muddy. So I switched to using this shade, and this one works a lot better. It's a little bit deeper of a brown, and you can't even really see the sparkle show up. So I'm going to be using only this shade, I think, to set my liner up. But I have been using this shade to go under my lash line a little bit, and then to deepen up like the outer V. So I'll insert a picture here of what this looked like when I first started it, and then I'll insert a picture also of what it looks like now so you can get a good close-up look. So I don't love this palette. It's usable, and I will continue to use it and hopefully pan this throughout the year of 2016, but do I think I'm going to ever buy any more MAC shadows? Probably not. Lorac, I think, is my favorite eyeshadow formula. I don't know. I know a lot of people really love MAC. I mean, based on these, and like I said, these I don't think are the same quality as the other ones, but it's just not making me want to go out and purchase any, really. Now, as far as goals for the month of February, I would like to hit pan on my liner shade. I'm just kind of, you know, digging a little tiny hole right there, so I don't think that will be an issue. And then I think I can maybe hit pan on the shade that I'm using for my highlight as well. And I mentioned in the intro video that I was thinking about bringing back 1 month, 1 palette starting in February here. I don't think I'm ready to do that quite yet. I still want to kind of play around with these shadows, figure out new and different ways that I can use them. And they're kind of actually just going a little bit slower than I thought. I really thought because they are just so small that I would definitely hit pan in the first month on one shade, and I didn't do that. So for now, I'm not going to do 1 month, 1 palette. It will be back someday. I really do like doing that series, but for now I am just going to be focusing on my Pan That palette. But if you guys are doing Pan That palette, I would love to hear how it's going for you. Hopefully January was a successful month and you can keep that momentum going in February. I think that's pretty much it for this first update. These videos are going to be pretty short and sweet throughout the year, I feel. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching today. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. We can also connect on Instagram. I'll have a link somewhere down there. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!